Julie graduated from Wellesley College in 2000. She's immersed herself in many different cultures. She speaks Mandarin Chinese, French, and Spanish. She's lived in Taiwan, attended an intensive French course at the Sorbonne, honed her Spanish in Guatemala, where she volunteered in a domestic violence shelter with women and children at risk of human trafficking. During her time in law school, she worked on 7 different pro bono projects, focusing her attention on the areas of law that most affect the poor and the underserved: homelessness, abuse against low-income workers, DACA recipients, those seeking citizenship, housing rights. She completed an astounding 263 hours pro bono work during her time of law school. In addition to her extensive pro bono work at UCI Law, Julie has championed work-life balance issues on campus. She's the founder and leader of the Student Mental Health and Wellness Association. I think you can see why her classmates chose her to speak today.
All right, so I figured we were taking appearances, right? I'm Julie Hartle on behalf of the UCI Law Class of 2017. We are definitely the petitioners. It's been really lovely to spend these last 3 years with you, to share this space with you. More than I expected. When I decided to go to law school, everyone, most of my friends, and especially my friends who were lawyers, were like, this is the worst decision you have ever made. It's awful. It's 3 years of hazing, you know, like, it's going to be terrible. Why are you doing this? So we have all these exit strategies. And it has been kind of a hazing experience, so you can hold on to your like schadenfreude, you know, it's not like, but it has also been really interesting and full of philosophically complicated issues and even kind of fun sometimes. And I value so much in this class. I value our camaraderie. I mean, I really like most of you as people, which is a statistical like anomaly or something. But you're very kind, you know, you work well together and share, so you know, you're really good at preschool. They're good, solid human qualities. Okay. But another thing I really appreciated about all of you is your feistiness. You agitate, you speak up, we raised our voices, not only for ourselves, but for other people in the community and for the classes coming after us. And I think that shows a real generosity of spirit, and it's really valuable. So, as we head into our careers, I am hoping that we will retain that sense of feistiness and of not blithely accepting the terms that are dictated to us. Because it does sometimes feel like in training to be successful in the legal profession, we are taught to be dangerously obeisant and unquestioning of people in power. Whether it be supervising attorneys, partners, judges, these are normal, flawed people. And when they do things that don't meet normal standards of human decency, we need to speak up about it. And if they try and police what you're wearing, or they give you a morally questionable assignment, I hope you'll express yourself, not only for yourself, but for other people around you. You've already been doing it, and I hope you will keep doing that. I think one of the most challenging things about law school is we learn how much needs to be done to achieve justice. There's like a disillusionment that can happen, and we all have different experiences with that. I know one of my most formative ones was in my race in the criminal justice system class. You know, we were tracking the history of race in the criminal justice system, and it was this overwhelming problem that we were looking at, and we were looking at it through a constitutional lens sometimes. It was like the Constitution was created by people that thought it was okay to make a three-fifths compromise, you know, that thought it was okay to build our economy on like the back of human trafficking, and never paid reparations, didn't apologize, instead like filtered them into a Jim Crow legal system that then filtered them back into jail and prison where slavery is still legal, right? And the Constitution didn't prevent these injustices. And while the Constitution, I can't believe I'm going to say this so trillly, it's great, but it can be improved, it can be rectified, and we can do it. And I wanted to acknowledge that we have people who are going to be fearless public defenders, Megan and Allie and Evan, John. We are jumping into a morass of Fourth Amendment jurisprudence. I'm very sorry for that. And we will be supporting you in that fight. And I wanted to acknowledge, so I actually, in the first version of this speech, I sat and listed all of you out and all the great things that I knew about you, and it was taking 30 minutes. So it was totally unwieldy, couldn't do it. Great, which is obviously a great problem to have, but I do want all of you loved ones to know some of the great things that people have done during our hazing experience, have managed to make the world a much better place. So, and you certainly helped me get out of bed and face life when it doesn't seem super great. So I know, for instance, the environmental clinic, I know you work on environmental justice, environmental racism. Those of you in NALSA, you were protesting for water protection. I know some of you were doing habeas petitions like crazy. The people in Workers' Rights Clinic were preventing wage theft and protecting people. People in the Social Security Clinic were helping people get life-saving resources. Those of you in CARES would go to the social services office and make sure that people weren't falling through the cracks. The Immigrant Rights Clinic with Samir and Annie. As soon as those totally racist and xenophobic executive orders came out, you were at the airport protesting, you were at city council meetings advocating for universal representation, you were dropping your other work to do bond record hearings and get people out of immigration detention, and it was so inspiring. In the Transgender Legal Assistance Clinic, you were putting in extra hours to help process the extra applications that were there. The If, When, How members were writing op-eds and, doing phone banking. And the people in the domestic violence clinic get a special shout out because I did domestic violence intake 5 times, and the 5th time I cried 24 hours straight. And couldn't do it. So you are kind of magical to me. And I'm very religious, so to me you guys look like God's hand in the world. But if you're not religious, you can think of something equally grandiose. And I want to thank you so much for all of your hard work. You worked so hard. You humble me completely with all of your hard work. But I do want to talk about that for just a second. Ever since I was a teenager, I've had this really morbid fascination with end-of-life studies because I always want to know, what do people regret at the end of their lives? I don't want to have those regrets. I want to have different regrets. It's okay to regret. I don't want to have different ones. And so every year, I'll look at new studies. I'm excited. What are we regretting now? What am I going to change? And it's really depressing and boring because we always regret the same things as Americans. We regret working too hard and being too busy, neglecting our family and friends, and not having deep relationships, and caring too much about what other people think of us. And unfortunately, it's very alarming to me that the way it seems like we're supposed to be successful in law is kind of like a golden funnel towards life regret. Because being really busy and having no time makes us important, right? And caring a lot about image and network and everything also, is so and I don't want that for you. It's pretty anathema for me to give any kind of life advice because I don't have my life together at all. But I do feel pretty confident about this piece of advice, which is that I hope you will sometimes sacrifice and be slightly less great lawyers so that you can be really great lovers. Yeah. And I can tell you this because I followed this. I've sacrificed levels of success, and I've come back. I'm like a complete nomad, and I love traveling and learning things. But I always come back to my family and to my community to make sure that the love that we have is strong, and my friends. As much as you guys all inspire me, they are the ones who make me brave. And they allow me to take risks when I'm terrified, and I am always terrified, always. And I know I can trust in the strength and the love that we have built over time. And it's something that like no boss or law or court could ever touch. And it's really important, and it's exciting, and it's hard, and it's fulfilling, and I really want that for you. So, yes. And for some of us, practicing law is an act of love to our community, but it doesn't stand in for births and weddings and tobogganing down the Great Wall with your awesome nephew, Owen. So yeah, I hope you'll be great at practicing law. I hope you'll be better at practicing love. I'm sorry, that's so cheesy. I was told I had to work cheese into the speech, and that flinging brie off the stage was inappropriate. So I wanted to end with a poem because my mom, ever since I was a kid, has always referred to my books as my friends, like as if they were humans, like how many of your friends have you packed for vacation? So I wasn't going to miss a chance to read, from one of my friends. And so this is my little blessing to you, all right? This is called An Anthem by Sonia Sanchez. Our vision is our voice. We cut through the country where madmen goose-step into Guernica. We are people made of fire. We walk with ceremonial breaths. We have condemned talking mouths. We run without legs. We see without eyes. Loud laughter breaks over our heads. Give me courage so I can spread it over my face and mouth. We are secret rivers with shaking hips and crests come awaken our thunder so that eyes can see behind trees. For the world is split wide open, and you hide your hands behind your backs. For the world is broken into little pieces, and you beg with tin cups for life. Are we not more than hunger and music? Are we not more than harlequins and horns? Are we not more than color and drums? Are we not more than anger and dance? Give me courage so I can spread it over my face and mouth. We are the shakers, walking from top to bottom in a day. We are like Shango, involving ourselves in acts that bring life to the middle of our stomachs. We are coming towards you, madmen, shredding your death talk, standing in front with mournings around our waist. We have inherited our prayers from the rain, our eyes from the children of Soweto. Red rain pours over the land, and our fire mixes with the water. Give me courage so I can spread it over my face and mouth.